Before I start the PS4 up, I was thinking about something this morning. You guys, do you happen to remember Assassin's Creed 2? Because I remember Assassin's Creed 2. I remember Assassin's Creed 2. And I remember back in the day, this scene writ here. Okay. And you're in the sanctuary. And you go into the sanctuary after getting, one of the stones. And you put the stone in the thing and you unlock a piece. Or eventually you unlock the, ultimate assassin armor. Altair's armor, right? And I mean, when the series started, you were a Middle Eastern assassin, right? You're in the Holy Land, there's a crusade going on, and you are a Palestinian assassin, basically. This is what you are at the beginning of this series. And then in the second one, okay, we go into Italy and we're in Renaissance Italy, but you go into this room and you have the armor of Altair there and you have the statue of Altair. Okay, great. Right. And then you have Egyptian lady here. Okay, good. And then I forget who this was here. And then you have Japanese assassin, you have Chinese assassin, you have Hindu assassin, Hindi assassin. The series was like, look, we're going to go to all these places all around the world and we're going to be inclusive. And then it's just all Europeans. And you're like, well, they did the Egyptian one. Yeah, still, it's Egypt. It's still Egypt. It's so disappointing in the end. Okay. So we went Italy, right? And the greater Mediterranean, right? And then they fucked off to France for that horrible fucking abortion of a game. And then we go to America for that really horrible fucking game. And then we go back to England, right? Well, we sail around the Caribbean as pirates. Which, oh my God, what a disaster that one was. And then we go to England. And I'm sorry. Oh, Black Flag. It's a fucking pirate game. It's not an assassin game. And then we go to England. And then we go to Egypt, finally. And then we go back to Greece. And now we're in fucking Scandinavia. My point is, all of it has been absolutely 100% Eurocentric. Let me say this again for emphasis. All of it has been 100% Eurocentric. Oh, but there's a Japanese character now. In modern day, yeah. This whole series has been 100. Everything has centered around Europe. Everything has to do with everything that happened in Europe. It's all about European history. And I know you're going to say, well, but the game devs know that that's what's going to sell because, well, that's what people want to play. That's what people want to find out about. Most people... Okay. There are the most people in the world, right? Most of the people in the world, that's what I want to say, live in Southeast Asia. Well, they're not free there. Listen, most of the people in the world live in Southeast Asia. And if you run a Hindi Assassin's Creed game out, it's going to sell all across Southeast Asia. If you run out, a Chinese Assassin's Creed game, it's going to sell out all throughout Southeast Asia. If you run a Japanese one, it's going to sell out all across Southeast Asia. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous that we are in the year of our Lord, 2021. And we're still not doing anything outside of our comfort zone. We're not doing anything outside of our comfort zone at all. Ever. I got so mad this morning. I didn't practice my Italian. I didn't practice my Italian at all. I said, fuck this. And I flipped on Japanese and I practiced some Japanese. And after months of not practicing any Japanese, I had an easier time with that than I do with fucking Italian. And I live in fucking Italy. It could be that everybody around me pisses me off 24/7. But that's besides the point. It was really maddening. It was really upsetting when I thought about this, that there's still just everything's just Eurocentric. It's just everything's about Europe, right? There's so much that they could do. There's so much that they could do. I mean, and the thing is, they're like, well, if we did like China and the Chinese government were to ban the game because they didn't like something that we said or did. Great. That game would sell the fuck out in America in a second. Because the second you say, it's banned in China, people will be like, I gotta buy it. Pervasive, unyielding Eurocentrism. All throughout everything. And these little nods at inclusion that they give here and there. I don't think people so much. I think it's good to see yourself in a character somewhere or whatever, but you're still not hearing any of your stories. You're not hearing any different stories. You're not hearing any new stories. You're not hearing any stories that maybe you heard about because of the culture that you grew up in, but nobody else knows about. And maybe you think it's a really cool story. Right? You're not hearing any of that. The representation that you see today, mostly in movies and video games and everywhere else, is superficial. It's superficial representation. It's not real representation. And for some people, that's good enough for them. But it's not good enough for me. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of game developers. I'm tired of writers. I'm tired of television producers, movie producers, whoever. I'm tired of them being lazy. And I'm tired of them being greedy. Not just politicians. not just politicians, not just talk show hosts, not just the news media. I'm tired of everybody being fucking lazy and greedy. I'm tired of everywhere I go, I live in a crab bucket. Tired of it. Fucking tired of it. And as much as I enjoy stabbing people in Assassin's Creed games, I'm tired of fucking around with European stories. My whole life, all I've ever heard are European stories. Even when you have a story from somewhere else, it somehow revolves around European involvement in that area. Shogun. Right? That's all about an English sailor who gets shipwrecked on Japan when English sailors weren't supposed to be in Japan. Right? It's still centered around a European. Still centers around a European. So much of everything we consume is never right. It's never about just the stories from another area, another perspective. It's still always based in a European perspective. And I'm just so tired of it. I'm just so tired.